In 11 weeks now, I'm doing a race called ZACMAC, which includes paddling, and I'll actually do a video on ZACMAC explaining what that is. But for this video, what I want to talk about is where I'm paddling. So we're in Adelaide, as everyone knows now, and I did have my boat stored down at West Lakes at the canoe club, and I was paddling there, which was good, except West Lakes from home is quite a way, and we live in the city, and this is our rowing club in the city. When I say this is ours, the rowing club that I coach for, my old school, we have a club down on the Torrens River. So I'm keeping my surf ski here and paddling here. Now, I haven't actually ever seen anyone surf ski paddle on the Torrens, and I'm sure people have, but I certainly get some weird looks when I'm paddling out here. There's rowers all the time. The juniors tend to row here most mornings and most afternoons, so there's definitely watercraft. But as far as surf ski paddlers, I haven't seen anyone. But here I am. So the Torrens is kind of man-made. It was weird many years ago. Prior to that, it was really just a creek running through the city. And it's quite shallow. I'm told you could actually walk across it. So it's probably, I don't know, metre and a half deep. I don't actually know. And the water quality is average at best, but it's fine. There's a lot of crap floating in it. It's certainly not something I'd like to drink, but to paddle, it's really nice. You can see how flat it is. And the problems with West Lakes is it's on the beach, right down on the ocean here in Adelaide, and when it's windy, it just blows an absolute gale. Thanks for watching. Shout us a coffee. Link below. Cheers. So one of the nice parts of paddling here in the city is even when it's windy, it's still quite calm. The race I'm doing actually will be a 10k paddle in a dam, so it won't be dissimilar to this, nice and flat. And the Torrens is beautiful. You can see the scenery here. It literally goes through the heart of Adelaide. And I rode here as a kid, so I've got great memories of this spot. Now, it's not very long. In fact, you'll see a bit later I paddle all the way up sort of the end, so the rowers kind of turn about here, because from here it gets quite narrow, but in a surf ski you can go quite a bit further. And I worked out I can do just over a 6k loop. So it's not bad. In fact, when I used to paddle around the island down at West Lakes, that was also about 6k, so it's the same distance. But this is certainly much prettier. And I'm approaching the Adelaide Uni here, going under the Uni footbridge. If anyone knows Adelaide, give me an idea where I'm at. And this is what I call the Zoo Bridge, because off to the right here is the Adelaide Zoo. So we also, when I say we, Amanda and I do a lot of our running along the paths and on the Torrens, but it's really quite nice to paddle in it. Now this is where the river gets quite a bit narrower. And one thing I notice here is the ducks and everything obviously aren't used to surf skis, because when I'm probably 50 metres away, they hate it. They fly away very quickly. It's quite low down here, the river. The path is elevated on both sides. And you can see all the stuff floating in the water. There's nothing major, a few reeds and leaves and things like that. I did get a reed stuck on my rudder once, but that's okay, I can deal with that. Now that bridge I just went under is another footbridge. And from here I have to turn. You can't really go much further. You can see I can only just turn the ski. So it's wide enough to do that. So this is as far as I go. And as I said, it's a 6k loop, so I get to paddle up fairly long way, and then I just turn around and I paddle back. And for being in the city, you'd swear you're in the middle of the country. It's just beautiful. You don't really hear any cars or see any roads. I just love it. Now I've only just started back paddling, so I'm just doing nice easy paddles. I averaged about 10k an hour for this paddle, which I was actually surprised with. I have a very low rating, as you can see, and here I am in my Nordic kayak, my Storm, so my skinnier ski as I call it, which I'm really confident in flat water. So it's quite a fast surf ski. It's also the carbon, so it's about 10 kilos, so it's super lightweight. And I do love this boat. It's showing a bit of wear and tear.
It's getting pretty old, the paint's peeling off. And there's the Popeye. You can jump on those and cruise up and down the Torrens if you wish. I'm coming back into the centre of town now. So that's Adelaide Oval on the right hand side there. Straight ahead is the main city, the heart of the city if you like. There's the Adelaide Convention Centre. And this is another footbridge I'm going under which links through to Adelaide Oval. But you can see why I like it, it's just beautiful. And there's no reason why I shouldn't paddle here. I'm just lucky that I coach at a rowing club that has a shed down here, so really easy to store my boat. You can see the rowing boats on the trailer up there. There was a regatta on the weekend. And there's the loop I did. Gives you an idea how far I went. Now when I lift the ski out, it certainly is very dirty. There's a lot of crap in this river and you really have to scrub the boat down. So I really do, I get a rag and a hose and I really give it a really decent scrub. You'll see when I turn the ski over here. See that? Look at that. Just stains it if you don't get it off straight away. So give her a really good wash, and again being the rowing club they have hoses and everything right there at my disposal. And I always wipe it down after. I'm wiping down my paddle there. Put that back in its cover because I actually store that under the bungee cord on my surf ski. Keep it all together here down at the rowing club. Wipe it down with a towel. Got to care for this boat. As I said, it's getting a bit old, but you've got to look after it. So I think I paddled almost 7k today. So not bad for 40 minutes, and I always undo this little air vent. Do it back up when I paddle again. And it's a very long shed and it's all full of rowing boats. Some of the rowing boats are extremely long. And I put it right up on the top rack here so none of the kids can get to it. I've got to stand on a couple of chairs to get up there. I'm back on the Vespa and I'm 2k from home here. Anyway, that's where I'm paddling. So thanks for watching and thanks for paddling with me.